God bless you. This is the voice of Joel. In continuation in the unity of the church. So many persons have asked me a question: how can God take over Nigeria? How can Nigeria be restored? How can Nigeria be like America? How can Nigeria become like China? And how can Nigeria become like countries like Singapore, Dubai, France, and every other beautiful countries around the world like Switzerland, New Zealand, and every beautiful countries across the nations of the earth? It is very, very, very simple. It is very, very, very simple. Let me tell you where the problem of Nigeria started. The problem of Nigeria started when some certain foreign gods was imported into this country, and some certain human sacrifice was used to seal the coming of this spirit. So from that day, the hand of God and God by himself stepped aside for this spirit and for these forces and from this power to rule. Secondly, Nigeria has been destined as a country and as a nation that will host the last, if not the second to the last revival before the trumpet. So any nation that God have chosen to kind of lead a movement, lead a revival that will transform the nations of the world, and that this nation will be a great blessing to every other country, or rather this nation will be a light that will lighten up every other nations of the earth, then don't forget that the Satan will use that same nation as his own headquarters, because anywhere the interest of God is, that is where Satan will always pitch its tent. So this country is going through so many things. So the destiny of Nigeria is in the hand of God. The destiny of Nigeria is in the hand of God. But why is God so much interested in the church? God is interested in the church, number one, because God have decided, the Elohims have decided that Nigeria will be the country that will be used to host the era of power, Just like Israel as a nation was used to host the era of grace. Israel was a nation that was used to kind of come about the era of grace. So in these last days, in this end time, like I've been saying it time without number for over the years, the era of grace is about to come to an end, and the era of power and glory is about to come. So there will be some climatic and element changes across the nations of the world. So God is about to exalt Nigeria, and God is about to glorify Nigeria. The best of Nigerians have not yet come, and the best have not yet come. So it pleased God that the church should build a channel for a new Nigeria to come. The church should be the channel for a glorious Nigeria to come, because the church hosts the ordination to raise a godly family. The church hosts the ordination to raise quality and godly leaders. The church hosts the ordination to produce quality businessmen. The church hosts the ordination to produce quality scientists. Everything that it takes to build a nation, it has placed the Father through the ancient pattern and the ancient laws that the church should be the right channel for these things to be. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6, unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. So it has pleased God that here in Nigeria, that if anything good must work, the church must come to the level and to the standard of God as far as scriptures and the person of Christ and the Holy Spirit is concerned. So if the church is not, so the church we have today is living substandard. They are very, very, very far from where God is. They are very far from where God is. They are very, 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 very far from where God is. And this is the reason why God, the only thing that God is demanding from this last day church is just three things. Number one is purity. Give us, raise purity and holy men for us. Raise purified and holy men for us. Raise purified and holy men for us. Then number two is for the church to come to the God realm, to manifest and to practicalize the full dimension and the nature called God. You cannot call him God, you call him the Elohims. And number three is to raise a wealthy, blessed church. These are the only three things that God is demanding for the end time church. In as much that we had, God himself has 3 agenda in this end time. Number 1 is to cause revival. Number 1 is to cause revival. Number 2 is the development of Africa. And number 3 is the slaying of the beast. These 3 things are the 3 internal will of the Father that he wants to do in this end time before the rapture. So for Nigeria to be great and for Nigeria to come to its full dimension and its full glory, the church is number 1. But the church we have today, if God must bring out the best from the church, judgment must flow. Judgment must flow. Every corrupt seat, every corrupt altar, and every form of corruption, every form of sin and iniquity must be dealt with from its roots. And the church must be free from corruption, free from every form of abnormality, sin, and iniquity. Then from there, the fire of the Spirit can now fall. When this fire of the Spirit can now fall, the devil can no longer comprehend. Because what Satan is using against humanity is nothing but sin. Imagine when Satan comes, I think in the book of John, nothing that the prince of this world cometh to me, but find nothing. Find nothing. So God is taking the church to a realm and to a dimension when the prince called Satan will look at men, look at the church, and he will find nothing. Then that is when the church will now use their authority and their power to cast out every spirit and every force. Nigeria have quality men, they have good men, they have great men, they have the best brain, they have the best. We have all the human resources and we have the best, everything buried in the ground. We talk about mineral resources, we have all the mineral resources right there in the ground that can make Nigeria the best country and the best nation on planet Earth. But what is going on today? So the church needs to pray and for this thick cloak of darkness to depart and for life to come to Nigeria. By the grace of God, I will continue this video, I think the part 3. The Lord bless you. This is the voice of Joel. We'll continue this video in part 3. Shalom.